Most people reach for power sanders when they want a smooth finish, but there is something deeply satisfying about dropping a razor-sharp blade onto a rough board and peeling off a shaving so thin you can read right through it. This little Japanese block plane measures about 6 inches long, which makes it feel almost pocket-sized compared to the bulky wooden block planes you usually see in Western workshops. It is crafted from natural Japanese oak, specifically using wood closer to the tree's core. That means you might notice some quirky, distinct grain patterns that stray away from uniform perfection. But honestly, that character just gives it a bit of honest charm right out of the box. Now here is the real catch for anyone used to traditional Western tools. You do not push this thing away from your body. You pull it toward yourself. It feels slightly backward at first if you have spent years doing the exact opposite, but once muscle memory kicks in, that pulling motion gives you an incredible amount of control over your cuts. The blade itself is high-carbon monosteel, sharpened by hands that clearly know what they are doing. It cuts through pine and hardwood like soft butter, leaving behind a glass-like surface that practically begs for an oil finish. There is also a clever two-blade setup with a chip breaker included, which stops the wood grain from tearing out when you hit a knot or a tricky spot. Of course, you cannot just pull it out of the packaging and immediately start working on a master project. This style of tool demands a little patience. You have to tap the body and the blade gently with a small hammer to dial in the depth just right, and honestly, finding that sweet spot takes a bit of practice. If you are impatient or hate fussing with adjustments, that might drive you slightly crazy. But for anyone who appreciates the ritual of fine woodworking, that little setup phase is part of the magic. It is compact enough for detailed chamfering, sturdy enough for smoothing edges, and at the end of the day, it brings a genuine traditional craft feel straight to your workbench without breaking the bank.
Check out the video description for updated price. And thank you for watching this video.